Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. I have a flip through today of a massive project, and it is a beauty. It might be one of my favorites to date. This is actually a design team project for Junk with Steph, and I am using several of her kits, and they're absolutely delightful. I wait till you see these papers. I'm using her Shabby remnants. I'm using her Forgotten remnants, and I'm using some from her 1908. And also, I think I'm using a few items from her tattered remnants. All of those will be listed below. I have made a Victorian slash Edwardian period ladies handbook, or should I call it, it's really a lap book. And I want you to see it from the top. I created this cover with craft text and painted it obviously and distressed it with gold, as you can see. Let me tell you the size of this, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this image here. This image, the lady images in here are from a couple other places, but all of the papers are from Steph. In behind here, you can see here's a couple of them, and these two were from the Shabby remnants. Okay, of this beautiful, let me measure this real quick, because it's a pretty good sized journal. This one is 8.5, and then it is 5.5, but we have here a 3-inch spine. We also have another 1-inch spine here and another 1-inch spine here. So there are 3 spines in the journal. Of course, this spine in the back is a hidden spine. And there are 3 main signatures in it, but then there's also 2 other signatures in the smaller spine. Okay, so as you can see with the cover, because I wanted to try to keep with those periods, the Victorian and into the Edwardian period, which are the early 1900s. This basically, the Victorian period is from Queen Victoria, but these fashions are really probably somewhere more toward the late 1800s into the early 1900s. So I have, because of the roses on this beautiful image, and I did come in and use gilding paste around the edges. This is a die cut here, and then that's all around it. And because of these roses, I did do an enamel rose here, and I have this beautiful velvet tie enclosure, and I did use velvet in other places in the book. And then this beautiful ornate trim that wraps all the way around the journal. Okay, I hope I'm not too close, but the journal is big. But when we get in, it'll be, shrink down a little bit. So here we go. Let's get in. Whoops. Okay, I thought I tied a knot there. I didn't. Okay, we're going to flip this way, and I may have to do some clips on this because of the sheer size of it, just so we can go through it, because this is one of those interactive journals, which I like to do with my lap books, where I have a lot of flips and flaps and tucks and everything else. Okay, coming into the front cover here, this just flips back, and all these beautiful papers that you're seeing right here are all from one of those 3 kits. This one, I believe, was the Shabby remnants. And to me, they look very much in the style of what the fabrics and the, your wallpapers and things like that would have been in that era. All right, coming right in here, this is an accordion pocket here, envelope pockets, and there are stuff on all sides. So let's start with this tuck first, and this is velvet, and then the hinge is muslin fabric here. And this is an envelope from the kit that I just added, and I did line it with some more of her paper from the inside. So pretty. The way she did the textures, you almost, in some of the places, it almost looks like I did put the lace and the fabric in the book, and you'll see that in a minute. So we have a wax seal here and some gold thread, so that just tucks right in here. And I'll try to flip through this fairly quickly. I have a flip up notebook here with several pages, and this is white linen paper in here. And as you can see, this is one of her prints, and then this trim. This is a print from the 1908, I believe, of hers. This I got off of the Graphics Fairy site, I believe. And I just made a little flip-up tablet here. And then I have this ephemera out of my collection. And the hats were the things. So you'll see a lot of hats in through here. So then this goes like this, if I can remember. And then this will flip out. And this 1915 calendar here, that was from one of her collections, Steph's collection. Some stenciling here. I have not put anything in this pocket. Most of the pockets are full, but I had to get to the point. It was so full that I had to stop. So we have some muslin trim here, and this beautiful image here. And it's backed with coffee dye. And there you'll see a lot of sewing and a lot of embellishing. This piece is from her kit, a cut down. Got some more of the trim, the velvet trim here, and this is silk. And here's a, whoops, let me put this the right way. Isn't she pretty? Very fancy. And then a little tag, or a little charm here, so that's in that pocket. Then again, this flips out like this. Oh, that's gonna, you know, I will show you something, because you will be able to write quite easily in this, with this out like this. So I'll show you that in a minute. So we have another tablet, a bunch of papers here for more writing room. And then another flip up for secret writing room here of another 1915 calendar. And this is from one of her kits. I think this one was from the Shabby remnants, or it could have been the Forgotten Remnants. I have a vellum pocket here that I made, and a little one of my wax seals, and then some dried flowers, and this beautiful Hotel Victoria card. And you know, let me tell you, I had a recent custom order of Victorian stationery set, and after I made them, I got really excited about making a full Victorian journal. So here it is. So I thought, what better to do? Okay, I wanted to show you that. What better use of Steph's papers than for this? See, this will lay nice and flat here all the way through. See, so you can one side and then the other, because this back side also flips out like this and flips out. So then you have a complete writing spot. So it will lay nice and flat, even though it does have those side, you know, flip outs. So, all right, getting into the journal itself. And I will flip this back over for now. Okay, the first thing we have here, and this is the main section of the journal. These beautiful ladies. This flips out. Is that a pocket? No, it's a pocket this way. Okay, and in here, I think I have a little booklet. Yes, I have a little booklet that goes in here, but this also will flip up. Let me bring this down. And we have some pretty white lace here, and all the papers are all from her kits. And then this little mail order piece of ephemera there, so that just tucks in there, and then this flips back. And then this also is a pocket, and I have some vintage pearls dangle here, and this beautiful image here in that pocket. So here we have, there is a lot of writing room. I know you're seeing a lot of extras and stuff, but there's still a ton of writing room in this journal. And one of her tags, and then I added this beautiful gold key and this sorry. in this deep mahogany. Well, this is more of a burgundy, and that's the cover. As you can see, is a burgundy color. I mean, I had to mix a bunch of different paints to get that because I wanted it to go, you know, with this first paper right here. And so I felt like it kind of came out pretty good. And then you'll see a lot of painting on the backs of these, which is just for texture and also a nice writing space. So that's in this pocket here. Whoops, this pocket. Oh, I gotta glue that pocket down. This is parchment paper. I've got a lot of original antique papers in here, or magazines from the Delineator, and they're all the old fashions. This is 1900, this book was from, this magazine. So those are originals. I did print on vellum. You can see that's a coffee dyed doily. We've got a bag. Let me show you this beautiful magazine page. And I'm being very careful with these because they are super old. And both sides have this beautiful, see, September 1900. Beautiful fashions. Just so pretty. So this would be considered Edwardian. They still wore those beautiful big hats. There it is, autumn outdoor. So let me put that over there. Be real careful with those. This pretty antique style paper. This is vintage music. Look at this gorgeous image. I hope I'm getting this all in. It's such a big book. These are all from her papers. If you could just see this, the whole thing. I mean, the beautiful fabrics and stuff. Okay, I altered one of her envelopes here. And the inside I printed as well. So that's in this pocket. This pocket, I believe, was from her 1908 kit. Let me put this in here so I don't forget. Another piece of that pretty antique style paper. Quite a bit of coffee stain paper in here because I used absolutely none in my last project. I chose these vintage 1900 style bags because they went quite well. I probably could have put a Sears Roebuck page in here too. Look at that. That's printed vellum. So pretty. Fashions for September 1900. I added some tape there. Parchment. Okay, we have another tuck here with this beautiful. I shrunk these up, or I expanded these, and then I shrunk some down, so there'll be all size in here. This is from her kit. This is from one of the kits, and of course this is from the kit. Let me see. There's the back. Okay, we're getting into the second signature here. This flips out, so you have writing room here, and again, this will flip up, and I have one of from my stash of ephemera, and you can see I did do the paint on the back. You can write right over that. It's like gesso. It's just a cream colored. I didn't want stark white gesso on my pages. I did a die cut here of this beautiful image. And that paper in behind is from her kit. We've got an angle pocket here, and that is from her 1908 kit, I believe. And then this is from the Shabby, I think. I can't keep them. One, you know, it's one of the three, or four. And I have this lovely, really old charm that I've had for years in my stash. So, in more beautiful sari, and I did do metal grommets, or eyelets all the way through. And here's a page, Fashions for September, since it is in September. This is my September design team project, so that works great. And you can see these skirts. So I just tucked that in behind. Let me see what's on the flip side, because these are really fragile, so I'm kind of there, more skirts. That's from the Delineator magazine. I have several of those. I was fortunate to get from eBay. I coffee dyed some vellum here because I like the sound. It's fun. And if that bugs you, just rip it right out of your book. But I think the idea of an interactive journal is to have the sights, the sounds, the visuals, you know, the textures. Smaller bag here. I added some pretty washi here. More washi here. Okay, on the edge of this, I printed this gorgeous large image lady out here. And I think she's on the cover. And then I backed her. That's photo paper, so it looks like a nice photo, nice large piece. And then on the back, I put some coffee stain paper. So that's just really tucked right over the corner there, or the side of that. Then one of her coin envelopes, and I backed it with some of her pretty papers. I want to get over here so you can see all of this is from her kits. I'm going to be using this kit over and over. It's just so beautiful. I think it's might be my favorite kit so far. My favorite series of kits, because there's several here. And then I printed out another one of these because I really like the old, you know, calendars like that. And then I backed it on craft because I like to use photo paper. So, and you can see that her beautiful paper in behind there. And then another one of the lady images. And let's see if you can see this paper here. Okay, then this flips, and we have a tag here. This is from one of her kits. One of those kits. And then I have this sorry here. Let me get over here. Fashions for September, 1900 again. Another one of her corner pockets, and then this beautiful paper from her kit. And I lined the inside of this with one of her papers, or from one of her digis, and then added all of these pretty vintage style papers. And this is a painted. I painted this gold and then went over it. I don't know if you can see there's a little mahogany on there, and then embossed it. Ran it through the embossing folder. Okay, going into the last signature. Here we have one of her belly bands from the kit. This is from my own stash. Early 1900s, 1852 New York hotel. So that's in there. This is from my own stash, this image here. And more beautiful ladies. I will put where I found these below as well. And then that's more of her pretty paper there. Large kits, a lot of the papers. These tags flip out. These are from her kit. I just have some muslin trim there, some sari, and an antique eyelet there. That's her paper. Some washi on this antique magazine. I love the texture that I got on this coffee stain paper. Printed vellum. One of her belly bands, and I did some washi there. And this is a series of envelopes, but I made a tuck out of this first one. Then I have one of my scrappy tags, and I added it to one of her tags because I thought the colors went quite well. And there's the back. So I just have that tucked in there. And then this flips. And I did add an index card in this side, but nothing in this side, so there's room for you to put a little secret something in there. Now I added several of these real fun, this is from Hotel del Coronado, And this was August 1901, and it was their menu from that day. So that's on, I have several of those through here. And that beautiful paper. It looks so realistic. Look how realistic that looks. Like it is, like the fabric is right there. I could just have a little booklet in there. And then some shabby a scrappy piece of muslin, and that I had done some stamping on. Then we have stenciling rather. Then we have another one of those fun dinner menus, and this one is from February 26, 1900, from the Empire Room, and these came from a library. And then some stenciling, and this is really grungy coffee dye envelopes. And then another little booklet, another one of her belly bands, and then this beautiful image here. Actually didn't paint on the back of that. It's a big book. You can call it a lookbook, but you can write in it. And then here we have another flip out tag, and then I made a little pocket out of this doily for a little piece of ephemera. You know, I might find something and stick it in there. So this is a print, you know, of hers. And then actually this was, yeah, one of her tags. And then here we've got a metal eyelet and then some more washi, and I wanted you to see this beautiful paper here. Okay, in the last signature, which is this, actually I should say it's a spine, but it's a signature. It's a bunch of it's a folder of flips, so I will show you how this works. Okay, this, you know what, I feel like I need to, well, I've lost, here it is, my clip. All right, these ladies, I've got some muslin, they just flip out here, and then I have another one of those little dinner menus. This is supper from Murray's, December 27th, 1905, and I have that tucked in this pocket. And I left this there. I thought it was a beautiful place to add photos or just to enjoy the image. Then this flips back this way, and again, let me see, the paper, I'll make sure you can see everything. And then I made a little, it's muslin and lace over top pocket, and then this pretty calling card, and I think that was from the Graphics Fairy site, the members, premium members site. And that beautiful paper, of course, is from Steph. Then this folds here, and you can see this spread, and there's a lot of lace and stuff through this book, which I haven't really pointed out, but I wanted you to see the beautiful papers and just take a look at that. So this is one of her coin envelopes. I believe this is from the Tattered. It might have been the Tattered remnants. And then I added some velvet with some vintage pearls, which I'm running out of. I'm almost gone. These came off a sweater. And then this sari and a metal grommet, so that's tucked in there. And then here, yes, we have a pocket here, and this is ephemera from my stash, and this is New York 1894. I did add a little velvet and a little trim on the top of that. Gosh, I hope it's not too dark in here, guys, because it's really raining out there. Okay, so here we also have another flip, and again, another one of the menus, and her pretty paper, a little pocket, some trim there, from the something Wamacker store tea room, and it was November 1906, so that's in there. Tried to stay in the time period. It's her paper. Again, this folds out, beautiful papers, and then another one of those same pockets with the muslin with lace overlay. And then this is from my ephemera stash. And I think we are at the end of this book. So this was my design team project for September for Junk with Steph. I'm going to put it all back together. I got to take some pictures and I need to list this in my Etsy shop for sale, hopefully maybe by the end of today. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Have a blessed day and thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.